I was arrested, I was terrified because I had fallen for all of the Western propaganda that these were brutal, evil men who hated women. So I really didn't think that I was going to see the sunset that night. I just thought, this is the end for me. When they were talking to me, they kept looking away. They looked at the ceiling, they looked at the floor, they looked out of the window, they looked anywhere but at me. And I just thought, they can't look me in the eye because they know that they're going to kill me and they're feeling too guilty. When, of course, I learned later that they were showing me respect by not staring at me. So it was a real clash of cultures. They kept responding to me when I was rude, aggressive. I threw things at them, I spat at them. They kept saying, "Why are you behaving like this? You were our guest. We want you to be happy." And I'm thinking, why are they acting like this? They're supposed to be evil and brutal. This is obviously a game that they're playing, you know, like a cat and a mouse. They're going to let me think that they're really nice, and then at the last minute the claws will come out. But in truth, they never laid a finger on me. They never touched me. They didn't respond in an aggressive manner. 11 days I was released on humanitarian grounds, even after the war had started. And the journalists were shouting, "How did the Taliban treat you?" And I'm walking towards my colleagues from the Pakistan media, and I thought, you know, these guys treated me with courtesy and respect. And then I thought, gosh, how did I treat them? And I thought, I nearly stopped and I nearly turned around to go back to say, look, I'm really sorry I was so rude. But I thought, if I stop and turn around, they'll say, oh my goodness, she's coming back, and then they would shoot me. So I went and I told the Pakistan media I was treated with courtesy and respect, which was when I got back to London. It would have been easy for me to think, well, I'm not keeping my promise. But I also thought, as a journalist, it was quite clear that I knew nothing about Islam. And if I was to write with any authority about people from Asia, from the Arab world, from the Muslim world, if I was to write with any authority, I needed to know about Islam. Because the one thing that I came to understand very quickly through the Taliban was that Islam is not just something you pick up and put down on Friday prayers. It is a way of life. It is the way you eat, the way you sleep, the way you think, the way you pray, the way you dress, everything. It's a whole life support system. And so as a duty to myself as a journalist to be informed, as well as giving a promise to the Taliban, I started reading Islam. I also started to read about this man, Muhammad, the founder of Islam. And I was amazed by what I read, you know, and back in 2001, I had never heard of him. And of course now, our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a role model, as contemporary. You know, he's a man of the 21st century, as he was back in the 7th century, an incredible person. At the end of 2 years, I ended up embracing Islam, and it wasn't a great leap of faith. I'm still praying to the same God. I just do it in a more disciplined way.